Today, we have some very experienced design leaders here to talk about what it means to be customer centric and why happy users lead to profitable businesses. I think one of the best things about today's panel is that everybody is from fields like AI or customer centricity or design practices when they were not even buzzwords. You are a technology design veteran, and you've worked with startups and AI design teams at Google and Facebook. Within Lisa cohort, we have quite a few startup ideas that are obviously technology driven and also make use of AI and neural networks, etc. What advice would you be giving to them for building technology products that serve first and foremost real human needs, not technology and the AI products, etc., right?
Yeah, I think if I understand the question, I think it's so compelling and easy to get excited about a new technology and what it can do, and can I play with it? And to be very push centric, like push a new technology out. Wait, what could I, oh, this is going to change everything. And I think making sure you're solving like real user problems, I almost feel, I think it sounds obvious, but I think we have to always keep reminding ourselves that we're not just excited about a new tech and what it can do. And like, is it really better? Is it really solving a problem? Is a really important thing to just always keep that perspective. And I think that's where you want that really strong partnership between some kind of a technical team that really understands the nature of whatever this new technology is and what it can do. But then keeping that in check with, well, what do we really want to accomplish and what are the like problems we're solving to create real value for people? I think I think it's so important to have both.
Abhijit, so we've been talking about customer focus and humans, centered design, as well as customer centricity and user centricity. That relates to deep, really deep insights regarding the users, but at the same time, there is also about mechanisms that you need to deliver and kind of create around what is it that is the lived reality of these customers. And I know within VMware, you have, worked with a persona that is called Anita. Could you tell a little bit about Anita and why she's so important?
We have identified a set of personas that kind of cut across our customers organization, right? And these are all the users who have basically various touch points at different phases in the life cycle. They actually interact with our product and services. And we have so with this persona documentation, we have a very common understanding across VMware. So if I'm walking into a meeting with someone from, say, customer support team, we just talk about, hey, we are talking about this data center administrator. Her name is Anita. It's a fictitious character, but we have a very clear understanding of what Anita does, what her pain points are, how does she interact with her peers, people from security, from cloud administration, or from networking, right? And it's extremely important for all of us to have that kind of a common language across a 40,000 people company with like 30,000 engineers and 200 designers. So it just becomes a very powerful tool for all of us to kind of keep our personal biases out of that conversation and focus on the user.
Justin, let's talk a bit about good product judgment. And I think we've talked a little bit about that, but we talked about identifying the need and then testing it and getting it to the market as a product. But when the right product calls are being made, how do you identify that balance between the right financial and business opportunity? And since you're also a little bit working on the growth side of the business, how would you help transfer that advice to?
I think a lot of times, if there's this tug of war going on, or this butting of heads going on of like, no, we should do this because it's good for the business, and no, we should do this because it's good for the users. I think a lot of times, rather than continuing the debate, what's really helpful is to kind of align everyone back to feeling the user's pain.
Your forte is experience design, and so often startups, they concentrate too much on product itself, but not on the experience, right? Any advice would you like to give about the kind of techniques you're trying, as well as there was one question around testing, and I know you do a lot of that, so if you can address that
Sure.
as well.
Yeah, there's a lot there. So first of all, I don't see a separation between product and experience or service and experience. I think, if you look at everything, every touch point with the customer as an experience, right? You're gonna do a lot, you're gonna be more successful because, it's an emotional decision-making process for consumers to choose your product or service. People forget that, and they work on the mechanics of their product, like, oh, we need these features to support these workflows, these jobs to be done. But really, they forget that the most influential thing that leads to decision making is your emotional response to a situation. And so, using that neuroscience concept, you naturally create experiences that are more emotional for users, and you can drive adoption that way. And so it's a very powerful concept.